I'm a pastor's kid, so my father was a pastor. So naturally, I did not want to be a pastor.
Since I was 16 years old, even though at times I felt like it was something that I didn't want, I knew it's what God wanted for me.
And I ended up getting voted onto this board for the synod. The Spirit put me on this board. I remember feeling that way already in high school, and that there was just something at work in my life even then. But I didn't know how it would look.
A group of pastors came alongside me and a group of others and laid hands on us and really just affirmed God's calling on our lives. I thought they were crazy.
And there is a point where you kind of have to step back and go, now, am I supposed to just be a really involved church lady? Or am I meant to be a woman of the church?
And the sky had been quiet when I had been asking the question. As soon as I stopped, the sky lit up with meteors. And so I said, okay, that's kind of scary, but I'm gonna take that as a yes.
We know who we have been, and now we got to boldly try and figure out, ask the hard questions, have the hard conversations about who we're going to be.
When I was there in the 60s, for most of us, tuition was not an issue. The church, by and large, was paying our costs.
The burden was being shifted to students, and that was not really fair. Because if you're going to give your life to the work of the church and to God's mission, you just can't give up all of the requirements that you or your family may have in order to do that.
I think it's really important for people in the church to understand that seminary is not cheap.
I walked out to my mailboxes. I was still teaching at the time. And I walked out, I opened up the mail, and I just remember, I fell to my knees because I thought, I mean, who opens a letter like that?
Those who provide the opportunity for a student to hear, the church cares for you, and there are people out there who are waiting for your ministry. That gives them a voice kind of from the future saying, we'll help you, come and serve us.
It was the Fund for Leaders that affirmed me holistically to serve the church. It was knowing that the Fund for Leaders, that the whole church was behind me and supporting me.
Oftentimes discernment can feel kind of lonely, like you think, well, I'm the only one asking these questions in this particular way. But if people are putting money behind you and placing value on what you're doing, that's very encouraging in more ways than just financially.
I think the state of the Lutheran Church today is in such a place that we need to make it easy for leaders to pursue their call.
People are looking to be a part of something that's transformational. People are always looking for love. And we as Lutherans, that's our bread and butter.
I don't want our future leaders to be scared of anything. They need to come in and they need to shake up the church, and this is what we're called to do.
We are looking at church differently. We are looking at how we do church differently. While I have no clue what that will look like because I can't picture what city I'll be in, I don't need to, because all I picture are the people that will be beside me in this ministry. In the ministry, in the streets, in the soup line, on the corners, and in the pews.